Welcome to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, home to the Toledo Rockets. A full house is in store, and so too, a terrific matchup in this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Toledo Rockets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Huskers will boot it away to start the game. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Rockets offense takes the field for the first time today. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
First down for this offense. On the run, it's Conway. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Conway. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on third down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the third down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat, and the linebacker gets a little bit too excited. He then puts his foot in the ground, cuts back to the middle. It's an easy pitch and catch, and they get the first down.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Let's see what they've got on second down. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Rockets have this offense rolling. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
He wants to throw here on second down. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Toledo. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
7, Nebraska, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Nebraska's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the running game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Feeling some heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped them.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Really good job on the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Rockets offense is back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Conway. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he wants it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall that just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front. But they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
2nd down after that incompletion. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Skips away from pressure. He's going to run it. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a 1st down. And the Rockets come to the line with a new set of downs. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Toledo has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Nebraska 0.
They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The Rockets come to the line in the hurry-up. Takes it from the gun on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Conway. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rockets!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position.
Gonna take a shot. It's complete. Touchdown, Toledo. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going to get that ball. Nice job.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out in the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. It's a draw. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. The Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosion. Going to take a shot at this DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Oh, better look out. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
That's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It works so well.
And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And the Rockets will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Now 2nd and 10. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball?
And the ball comes out. That's going to be a safety. The offense is back on top of it. This is bad, but it could have been worse.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Going to take a shot. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rockets. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Nebraska, 0.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Pulls it in. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Quickly to the tight end. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, wants to throw. He's got him this time. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And it's right down the boulevard. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going deep. And it's caught inside the 20. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Toledo. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the glass bowl.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
He finds his man.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
They keep attacking through the air. Gets open down the middle. Runs through a tackle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Play number 7 on this drive, and it'll be 3rd and 2. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Avoids pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the...
A shot for the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. He's got an open man. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 30, the 10. Touchdown, Toledo. And the beatdown has ensued.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field to score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Give to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Finds his big tight end. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Huskers will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Rockets offense is back on the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown Rockets! And the punishment has been extended.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Rice fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Houston. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Brings up second down.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Unloads to the right. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Toledo. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll run the jet sweep, making the defense go sideline to sideline. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, you just hold your breath every time this particular receiver gets the ball in his hands. Because of his speed, he's dangerous to score every single time he touches it. That time on the jet sweep, though, the defense did a better job playing team defense and getting him on the ground.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They'll ride the hot hand.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Flips it out to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll leave it with him. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run.
Guys, that's the end of the
I was frustrated at my schedule, Biggie, so I had to take it out on them.
This has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays.
Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully next week we rank, but they ain't been able to guard my tight end the whole game, so. Oh, damn, I might have just threw a pick.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
So I ain't even really had to cheese them. I ain't even have to use none of my plays for real. They just ain't been able to guard my tight end.
From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down. The Rockets are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. He uncorks one deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Yeah, I guess you got a point there, Biggie. They definitely ain't been able to do nothing. They starting to double team him now, but
he's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Rockets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. It's a draw. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Rockets.
come on, ref, late hit. What's going on?
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still
That's the first big play I gave up all game. That's crazy.
For next week. And after
we'll get it back. Oh, yeah, we got it back right here.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. And after the
got it back right here.
This defense has set its offense up for business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback.
Tight end going for a touchdown.
Do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
Oh, never mind.
He's right on target. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. After that last completion, it's second down. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for a man on second down. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Conway. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He wants to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air. It's Proctor. Pressure coming. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to it. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Firing deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He lobs one high down the left side. Fires and picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They'll throw it on first down. He wants to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a good...
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
No gains on the play. Number 12, on to punt it away.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true.
Thank everybody for stopping through and checking out the game. Appreciate y'all.
Up to this game, just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just